Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Sunday special from yours truly, Matt, here with Revived. And today we're going to talk about hope, and hope as it pertains to purpose, because in order to have any kind of purpose in life, you have to have hope. And there's still an overwhelming amount of people that still feel very, very hopeless, and rightfully so, because some people are still dealing with the after effects of, let's just say what's been going on in the last 2 years, right? People having lost their jobs, their livelihoods, or being forced to choose between, let's just say, do this, or otherwise you don't get to keep your job, right? And I can understand why people would feel like, what's the point? What's the point in me even being here anymore? Like, what's the point in even being alive if I can't pursue my dreams? And that's tough. I've been in situations where, I try, and then I just fail, and then there's just always this this record that keeps playing in my head of what's the point of me even continuing to pursue this if this just keeps happening to me, and I want to. Before I continue on, I want to start this video off with a quote by the great actor, author, and social media personality, Matthew McConaughey. And the quote goes something like this, and I'm just paraphrasing here, but the quote goes something along the lines of, the devil will personally attack you because he knows that you have purpose, and there's just something about you that's very special. Robbers don't just go after empty houses. And again, I'm just paraphrasing. That's not his exact quote, but the reason that I bring his quote up is because if you're watching this right now and you're a strong supporter of this channel and you're continuing to support and watch my videos, then chances are it's because you feel a strong sense of purpose inside of yourself. But you're not exactly sure how to execute on that, or what the first step is, and maybe you're just very insecure. Maybe you feel very doubtful of yourself, and maybe to put fire on your gasoline, you have people in your life, even the people that love and care about you, don't really believe in you or doubt you. And I can understand why that can make people feel like, like what's the point? Like, why should I keep going? And it brings me back to the last episode that I did on suicidal thoughts. The reason that people either have suicidal thoughts, or there are even some that attempt suicide, is because they just don't see the point in being here anymore, and I get it. If I'm being completely honest with you, I still feel all the exact same feelings that all of you do, the people that are watching this right now, because if you're tuning into this video, well, it's probably because you've thought about it at least once or twice in the last week or month, right? But if there's any kind of message of hope that I can give, the people that are watching this especially, is that, this is what one of my best friends tells me all the time whenever I start to get really down and feel like I just can't take any more of this. He doesn't ever really have anything let's just say he doesn't have long-winded speeches that he can give me to help me make me feel better about myself, right? All he really ever says to me is, keep going. Keep going. That's all you can really do, because if you keep going, no matter what, if you keep doing what you need to do, despite what people in your life might say about it, despite any criticism you might get about it, despite any consequences you might accumulate from it, just keep going. Because eventually all the fruits of your labor will start to pay off. And what you feel very strongly about and what you feel very passionate about, eventually it's going to start giving back to you, and in more ways than you could ever expect. And so, you know, I'm nothing special myself. You know, I'm just a regular guy that just happens to have a background in youth counseling and personal training. You know, I don't have a college degree. You know, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know if I'm somebody that can actually affect some real change into this world. But if there's anything that I can say to you right now, is that whatever you're doing, even if you need to tweak it a little bit, even if you need to do something different, so that you can put yourself on a better path. But in the process, you're still doing the same things that you want to do, because eventually it doesn't matter if you're still a broken record. It doesn't matter if you just keep failing. Eventually, all of those fails will turn into a huge win for you, and you just got to believe that. And especially if you're somebody here in America right now that's watching this, think about all the other people that would give anything, including their life, to come here. People all across the world that are in really just rough, brutal situations right now, that again, they would give their life to come here to this country. We all have an opportunity individually here in this country to make a change, to turn an almost impossible situation and just completely flip it around 360 or 380 or whatever the metric is. We all have the opportunity within ourselves to make a change and to initiate on what we want. We all do. It doesn't matter who you are, including me. That's why I keep making these videos. That's why, you know, I try to encourage the people that matter to just press on and keep moving forward. So anyway, guys, that's about all I have for you right now, and I want to finish this video off with a scripture from it's from the same book that I read off of in the last video. It's off of 2 Corinthians 12:10, following verse 9, which I touched on last week. And again, this goes back to Paul the Apostle being in prison, right, and feeling kind of hopeless, like, you know, when is he going to get out? Like, when are things going to turn around? So I'm going to read off of one verse here, and it's off of 2 Corinthians 12, verses 10. How are we doing? Okay, we're just wanted to see how we were doing on time here. Here's what the Pauline epistle, I think that's what it's called, a letter written to Paul says. Here's part of what it says. That is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, in difficulties, for when I'm weak, then I'm strong. So this is probably something that I'm going to talk about over and over and over again. If you feel like you're the weakest link right now, maybe maybe you go to the gym, and maybe you don't feel like you're the biggest guy in the room. Or maybe you're going to a party with all of your with all the people that you know, right? All of your acquaintances, and you know, everybody's got a really good job, and you know, like, and maybe you're working a certain job where you're making much less money than they are, and you feel like you shouldn't be there. You feel like nobody in that room will like you because of what your status is, or like what your job is, or how much money you have in your bank account. If you feel like, and this is what I tell myself 24/7. This is what I tell myself all the time. If you feel like you're the last person that should be doing what you're doing right now, if you feel like you're the last person that anybody should listen to, if you feel like you're the last person on planet Earth that can affect any real change, well, try anyway. Pursue what you want anyway. Ignore the haters. Ignore the criticisms. And do whatever you feel like you need to do, regardless of what the consequences are. Even if it costs you your life. Because even if it costs you your life, well, at least you'll be able to transition into the next life, whether that be heaven or something else, and feel really good about yourself. I did it. I did what I told myself I was going to do, and what I told everybody else I was going to do. I accomplished something. So anyway, guys, I just want to leave you with that. I hope you enjoyed this message, and if you did, please share it with your friends and your family. This might be the best way that you guys can help me right now. And subscribe to me on YouTube at Revived. Follow me on Instagram at itsmatty_eyes, and my TikTok handle, Matthew Knight 500, because I'm going to be posting a bunch of short little videos on there too. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, I hope to see you guys again very, very soon. Actually, I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another video about whatever. So I hope you guys will stay tuned for that. But anyway, guys, love you, and I'll see you again very, very, very soon.